this is me bringing you all the Halloween vibes I have in me, all right? We've got this obnoxiously bright pink lip. We have got rainbow glitter striped cat ears, and we have got a gem top. What am I? Honestly, who knows? But I'm here, and this is what I can offer you. Hello, you guys. Welcome to this special little cozy corner of the internet where you and I get to hang out and talk about life. And really, that's what today's video is. It is a true Molly sits and rambles about things that are on her mind type of video. So if you're here for that and you enjoy them, then give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and your notification bell. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out. Thank you so very much. You see from the title, this video is not like super cheery despite my colorful outward demeanor. This is all about why I've never liked Halloween and it is my least favorite holiday. Happy Halloween, by the way. Today's Halloween. If you enjoy Halloween, then happy Halloween to you. I'm very glad that Halloween is a holiday that you get to enjoy, and I don't want to ruin your Halloween joy, but I want to make this video for anybody who, like me, has always struggled around Halloween and can relate to this video. I want to help you to see that you're not alone in that, because it's really hard. I mean, this year is very different, right? Halloween is super different for everybody. A lot of places have completely shut down Halloween. There's no trick-or-treating allowed, which honestly is for the best because we truly need to stop the spread of this virus more than ever. We are in the second wave. It is continuing to get worse and worse and worse. We really need people wearing masks, and I don't mean Halloween masks, I mean masks, and staying home and socially distancing and not hanging out with friends and not going to big parties, having large gatherings. Halloween looks different, hopefully, for everybody this year. Hopefully you're all kind of like being low-key, being chill, buying yourself a bucket of candy and eating it while watching horror films with your family. But on a regular year, it's hard not to like go on social media and see a ton of posts about people like posting beautiful Halloween makeup looks and like posting quirky costumes and making content on YouTube about like 5 last minute costume ideas, 3 couple costume ideas, trying quirky costumes. Even you go to school, everybody's like talking about what they're gonna do for Halloween. Halloween parties, did you get an invite? Figuring out what you're gonna dress up as, who you're gonna go trick-or-treating with. Like, around this time of year, everything is Halloween. It's hard to like not see it. You walk into stores and there's pumpkins and there's decorations and there's costumes and there's, you know, the bags of trick-or-treating candy. So it's hard to like escape Halloween, which is why I want to make this video. For anybody else who has ever like found this time of year, this might sound dramatic, but like somewhat traumatizing, I just want you to know that you're not alone and it's okay to like not love Halloween and you don't have to like go all out. There's a reason I've never made Halloween content. There's a reason I don't really post a ton of like Halloween photos on Instagram every year. Like if you scroll back on my Instagram, you'll maybe see like 2 Halloween photos because I don't lean into Halloween. I don't really celebrate it. I kind of like to forget it exists if I can. I never watch Halloween content. I just don't, because for me, it has a lot of really negative memories, and still to this day, every year when Halloween comes around, it stresses me out. And I think it is just because like trauma really does live in you, right? Like when you've experienced any form of trauma, it kind of just like lives in your body. It can be triggered. And so for me, it sounds silly, but like Halloween is just this time. It's like every time of year, I don't know why, I just get like anxious and stressed about it and I want to pretend it doesn't exist and I don't want to talk about it. When Halloween day comes around, like unless there's like my best friend has invited me to a party or something, like I don't go out of my way to find something to do. I don't go out of my way to go out or do something. If something like lands in my lap and it's like people that I love and they really want to do something, I'll go. But even then, truly, honestly, any time in the past few years when I'm like, I'm an adult, it's fine, Molly, like your best friend invited you to do this thing or somebody wants to go out with you, like just do it. I do it and I have a bad time. And so I think I've just learned like, no, Halloween, it's okay that Halloween is not for me. It's okay to like step away from this holiday and just do my own thing. So, which honestly, doing my own thing, it's not even like I do sit on the couch and eat candy and watch scary movies. Like for me, doing my own thing on October 31st means like living like it's a normal day and truly pretending Halloween does not exist that day. So growing up, I was bullied for pretty much my entire childhood. And so that right there, right, that poses a large Halloween dilemma because everybody loves going trick-or-treating with their friends. When you're bullied and you struggle with friendships, that's really difficult. It's like a really stressful time of year because it kind of just reminds you, like, when no one asks you to go trick-or-treating with them, or you find people to go trick-or-treating with, but they just spend the like night running away from you or something. Like, it reminds you that you like aren't popular. It reminds you that you don't have friends. And that's really, really hard as like a 7, 8, 9-year-old girl. And then on top of that, I've been night blind my entire life. I was born night blind. The first symptom of my eye disease, retinitis pigmentosa, is night blindness along with tunnel vision. Being night blind my whole life and Halloween taking place after dark, I grew up in the suburbs of Toronto, so the sun goes down really early. And I feel like it does go down early like everywhere this time of year, but you know, it would certainly be dark out by the time we would be going trick-or-treating, even when we went out like the earliest you could kind of start going out. So I could never see anything, and when I would find people to go out with, they would want to run. They would want to run house to house and get as much candy as they could. And to give you an idea of what night blindness is like truly it's pitch black. It is completely pitch black. It is nothing. It is fully just darkness for me. And so there's no running house to house when you see nothing at all. When you're already bullied and like you've found kids to go out with, you're already not popular in their eyes. You're already not cool. They already like are hanging out with the loser, you know? And so they're not exactly, it's not like I was going out with my best friends who wanted to help me. I was going out with kids who it's like I was bullied by already. And so it's not like they wanted to be empathetic and like support me and help me. So it was really, really tough. It was really tough every single year. I think my mom always talks about it being like the most stressful time of year, right, Mom?
The most stressful. The day off was the worst day of the year.
Yeah, it really like, it was the best way to be reminded that you're blind and that you don't have friends. Like from the future, there is like a whole other traumatizing situation that happened around Halloween that I completely forgot to talk about, which is wild, but basically, you guys know I like really don't like dancing. Dancing makes me super uncomfortable. I've talked about it quite a lot. Like, dancing is literally one of my fears. I get really uncomfortable at like parties. I don't like going to nightclubs because people are dancing. It's something I really don't do, and it literally all revolves around something that happened at a Halloween dance at school when I was in grade 7. So really, no good vibes around Halloween.
I mean, obviously there were fun times within it, you know, picking the costume.
I was gonna say, the costumes, I was gonna give a shout out to my favorite childhood costumes because I was like a theater kid growing up. I don't think anybody's surprised. Like, I feel like I give total theater kid vibes, right? I did stage performance acting. I am very colorful. I'm really loud. Like, I definitely have quirky theater kid vibes. And I'm proud of it. I embrace them. And so yeah, I loved costumes, of course. I loved acting. I loved costumes. So that was like the exciting part. I think that was like what was almost harder is I loved the costumes so much. So like I loved that part of it. In my mind every year, Halloween was exciting, and then I'd be faced with the reality of like, oh yeah, it sucks. So I'd like get excited every year. I'd get excited, wouldn't I? I'd get like pumped up every year to pick my costume and figure it out, and I went all out. I was very, very creative. Again, I feel like that's not a surprise to anyone. I was a really creative kid, so I would never just settle on one costume. So I'm gonna give a shout out to some of my faves, and hopefully we can find some Halloween photos and we'll maybe put some in here. I was a pop star, which I feel like totally gave some like Katy Perry vibes before Katy Perry was a thing. But that was definitely like one of my less original ones, but it was a fun one. My super original ones were I was a vampire ladybug. Correct, a vampire ladybug. I was also a princess witch. I was an elephant ballerina. I truly could never pick one costume. I was like, how can I combine the two things I want to be this year? But probably my all-time favorite was when I was the Molly card, which was a spin on the MasterCard, which is like a type of credit card here in North America. And their logo, I'll try to pop up the logo here. It's like I think it's like a red and orange circle and they like connect. So we made, basically I made myself look like a shopaholic. I had like a bunch of like bags with me and like pink and glitter, and I had a long blonde wig and a cute little hat and like big boots on. And then I put this, I hung the costume over my shoulders, and we made this card on both sides of me, and it was holographic, like a pink holographic material that we covered the cardboard in. And then we put these wooden numbers, like the credit card numbers, and it said Bank of Girl with this little blonde girl logo. And then the like MasterCard logo was a pink and purple circle instead of a red and orange. It was fire, okay? It was like back to front. We had the whole thing. It was my favorite costume, and it was like totally my idea. I just every year came up with these crazy ideas of how I was gonna figure out a really fun costume, and that was the fun part of Halloween, which is why like Halloween night was so disappointing. And my parents really tried. Like my dad would come home early every year and go out with me, or one year I went with my mom and another girl and her mom to like haunted houses. So we really did try every year to make it as fun as possible. My brother's birthday is right around Halloween. It's October 25th. Happy belated birthday, Brady. And so, we would often do like birthday themed stuff around Halloween. We would always go to a pumpkin patch. So we would really try to make it fun, but like Halloween night itself was just like a really, really, really hard time for me. And it just really never got easier. And I've had other fun times. Like I one time went as a teenager, I was like 16, 17, and I did have some friends and we all looked really young. So we were like, you know what? Let's just go trick-or-treating. So we threw on some cat ears and like put mascara or like eyeliner on our face and like wore black winter jackets and went out. So my friends were like helping me up the stairs. They're like, step, 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 step. And the woman at the door was like, oh, are you injured? And I was like, oh no, I'm blind. And she was like, oh my God, I get it. You're the three blind mice. Cause there was three of us and we were dressed as cats, but I guess it looked like mice. And I was like, no, like I like read Braille. I have a guide dog. Like I'm just blind. It was so funny, but it gave me the inspiration to be the three blind mice a couple years ago. Gallup was a mouse with me, and another friend was a mouse with me, and we were three blind mice. I actually had somebody reach out on social media to me asking me to explain to her friend why being the three blind mice wasn't a funny costume. I don't think it's a funny costume if you're all sighted. But I think given I'm blind, if I was to do it with my blind friends or even my sighted friends, because I'm blind, I feel like it's fine. But if you're all sighted, then it's like a little offensive to walk around with canes, don't do that. But I had a lot of fun being the three blind mice, and it all came from that like funny moment. So I've definitely like had the odd good moment with Halloween, but overall it's like kind of something I like to forget exists, because it was just always, like my mom said, probably the worst day of the year. And so I want to make this video not to like be a party pooper and squash your Halloween joy if Halloween's something you're super into, but just to say, like, if you're also somebody who struggles with finding friends, if you are somebody who is also bullied, if you are somebody whose disability impairs your ability to run house to house or collect candy for whatever reason, and so Halloween is kind of like a negative reminder of the things that you struggle with on a daily basis, I just want you to know, like, you're not alone, and it's okay to like tap out and be like, this isn't good for my emotional or mental well-being to like lean into Halloween, so I'm just gonna like accept that Halloween is not for me. And I think for a long time, every year I was like, I'm gonna make Halloween my year this year I'm gonna find a way to make Halloween amazing. And I've just, in the past few years as an adult, decided like, yeah, it's okay that it's not for me. I can just say, I'm not gonna partake and I'm gonna step back, and that's fine. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Can you think of anything else, Neve?
No.
Got it. I hope you guys found this video interesting. If you want more Molly, check out this story time I recently did about how I was almost on the Ellen show. And if you want some fashion content that isn't Halloween fashion, you can check out this video. I'll see you next time. Have a safe, happy day.